Hi everyone, Cindy Squirrel here. Well, I'm back in the kitchen. It's the most wonderful time of the year. No, not Christmas. Rhubarb season. Can't wait. First thing you get to pick and make stuff out of. But my rhubarb's not ready yet. I've been watching it grow, but it's not ready to pick. So I dug down in the freezer and I found that I had some frozen rhubarb left over from last year, so I should use that up first anyways. So tonight I'm going to make rhubarb oat bars. More or less they're date squares, but instead of dates you're going to make a rhubarb, sweetened, thickened rhubarb, and put that in between the oat layers instead of the dates for date squares. So here we go. So I'm going to make a double batch, but I'm going to give you the instructions for just a single batch, which is 1.5 cups fresh or frozen rhubarb. So I've just turned the burner on here and we'll let these little guys thaw out a little bit. And then we'll put the rest of the ingredients, which is brown sugar, lemon juice, and cornstarch, or I'm using clear gel, and then just a bit of water that you're going to put in your clear gel or cornstarch so it doesn't have one great big lump in there. Okay, we'll wait for this to warm up. Now if you wanted to, you see how that's just water? There's no actual juice there coming out. It's just the water. You could dump that off if you wanted, and then it won't be quite as runny. It'll be more pure rhubarb, or you can leave it if you like. Now you don't want to dump any rhubarb juice out, so only drain it if the water is clear, because you want all that goodness from the rhubarb in there. So we have 1.5 cups fresh or frozen rhubarb, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and we're going to put in our cornstarch or our clear gel. Okay, scratch what I said about adding the cornstarch or the clear gel in at the beginning. So if you do, like I just did, I had to stand here and constantly stir this so it wouldn't scorch. Let the rhubarb cook away 4 or 5 minutes. Then add your thickening agent. Okay, and it's breaking up real good. So we are just going to shut this off. We're going to let it cool down a bit while we go make the crust. Okay, so this is just maybe your recipe for date squares, but I'll give it to you anyways. And remember, I'm doubling this, so you're going to see a lot more ingredients go in than is supposed to. So we're going to have 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of your oats, 3/4 cup of flour. Now, because I like to have something to do the rest of the night, I am going to put shredded coconut in, 1/2 cup. I'll spend the rest of the night picking that out of my teeth. Now, if you didn't want to put coconut in there, just add either more oats or more flour. A little bit of salt, and we're gonna, once you've got the coconut, brown sugar, flour, and oatmeal all combined nicely, dump in 1/3 cup of butter. Now all you want to do is make sure that there's more or less butter touching everything. So just flip it and scrunch it with your fingertips. Don't want any dry pieces. And any pieces that are really wet, just with your fingertips, like that. Now we're going to divide this in half. I usually do it a bit more than half on the bottom. I just like a light crumble on top. A fairly good base on the bottom. You want enough on the base that it holds your cookie together, or your square together. If it's too thin, then it will just be a crumble mess. And this is so good when it's warm out of the oven and you put a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it. Now just firmly press that down. Don't like that piece, throw it out. Okay, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Now just spread your rhubarb sauce all over it. And I've got the oven, it's preheating to 350 degrees. And now we're just going to give it a crumble top, just like you would a date square. And the oven is preheating to 350. Now you can either just leave this loose. I know one lady at one of our meetings, she always left it loose, and of course then it all falls off as soon as you take a bite. And so I just give it a light press. Just so it sticks to the rhubarb and you get all of that niceness. Now we're going to put this in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And you'll see it'll be bubbling and it'll turn a golden brown, and then you know it's ready. If you don't see any bubbling going on, it's not cooking yet. Okay? So we'll see it when it's done. And there you have it. Rhubarb squares. They turned out beautifully. Just the right amount of sugar in there. Gives you that little oomph of sour rhubarb. Hope you enjoy this recipe. Love you all. Bye.